Hi, Taurus. Getting right into it here. So you see what I'm talking about? See how this is one step right after the other? And nothing you have to rush, nothing you have to ignite yourself. It's all coming to the surface in perfect time. What this is majorly about is what you want for the long term. And you want to be able to do it in a way where every single step, every single chance you get, it's about the relationships you share, the love that you share, the building that you share, what you've done on your own and what you've done with other people, right? 5 on 5 here. This dissipates any argument you have with yourself against you not being worthy, you not being good enough, you not caring for yourself enough, you realizing that all that's going on in your head is just this friction, this part of you, or all that's trying to get you to step out of this self-worth place or step out of where you're at right now and into a different, and be someone different is not it. You know, and if some of you are realizing that there's more you have to discover on your own, maybe it's time that you do a trip by yourself, or you do something where you have some independence. You create something that is just yours and with no one else, as well as vice versa. I think most of you are used to collaborating for sure. And now it's about, what do you have? What do you have with all of this excitement going into your season? It's going to feel like you've been given some golden moment, feeling so good about yourself, being surrounded by what you want, this secure, stable future that you have right now, this celebratory moment that you are bearing these fruits, this gratitude that you have for what you've begun to value even more. The part of you that can feel at ease knowing that what you're doing is growing subconsciously, and that's where that flip turns. When you go through that moment of these moments of subconscious, especially for Taurus risings, Aries being in your house of the subconscious, depending, I also want to say depending on your chart, because everyone's is very different, but normally you'll have Aries in the 12th house. So in Aries season, all of these things are coming to the surface, all like things that really matter. Your spiritual side, whether you're religious, spirit, whatever it is, source. You're finding your deeper connection to source, and something has been in the way or not clicking like it used to, because you've gone through so much physical and material things in the past year that now it's this connection. This is for all Tauruses. There's a connection, that a more in-depth connection that Spirit wants to have with you. And this is about you. This is about the time in your life where you can really work on something maybe over the next 6 months that is close to your heart, that is something vulnerable to you, or something that you're not ready to share just yet, that is promising abundance, that is promising generosity. Until this all comes together, this is very specific, but I do think most of you understand that at this point, you have such a colorful, exuberant, creative side that you need to get out of you. You need to offer. Like, if you think of it as, source is offering this to you, and then you offer it to the world. And it's a constant I have a constant repetition in my head that whatever you do Doesn't matter if someone else does it, you do it differently. Your expression, your perspective is going to come out differently unless you're fucking copying someone verbatim, but usually people do that with you. And it's vulnerable. It's not this secure, stable, pathway. There's a lot of intuition and love and trust, all the things that you know, but all the things that will grow even more as you take that leap of faith this season. As you, hold on, I'm gonna get my notes. Forgot. Because by the time, so Taurus moves into, the sun moves into Taurus by the 21st. The eclipse, the solar eclipse in Aries is on the 20th, so 420 is the eclipse. Then we right away we move into Taurus, and then right away Mercury in Taurus goes retrograde. It's already starting for me, clearly. I just get ahead of myself sometimes, and you'll have a lot to uncover and discover about yourself. There's this fire and passion in those specific areas being discovered. You do know yourself, but there's still more to know. Especially when certain aspects of you are changing. Remember what we talked about in the first part, when one thing shifts, or if everything is shifted in that way, and now it's just this focus on this area of the unknown. This area where this is a spiritual calling to create something that during this time that you have from full moon to new moon to create even just the beginning, because in your season I don't think you'll have any trouble getting more meat into that, right? You're creating this extension of yourself, which a Capricorn said to me before, that is more than willing to be generous with other people, and Source is so generous with you, and here you are being generous again with your heart, and then you'll receive it tenfold. Like, you don't have to mark my words, but there is more to come. By September-ish, because we have some strong Libra, and by the next eclipses. So we begin with the eclipse, we end with the eclipse, right? This one's the beginning, this one's the end, but that doesn't matter. That you see yourself for who you are now, and in your own very way, you're bringing along others on this journey. And we want to see more of it, and you're ready to show more of it, and you're ready to be very just you, right? Not holding back, because I think more than ever, like, why do I even do that? Great things come to me when I don't do that. Like, this month is showing you, like, where your horns don't even need to be tuning into, right? Those horns on animals to me are like these antennas. They're bones popping out of the body. It's this deep bone connection to life, because they're touching air, spirit, right? Even cows have something sometimes, but this deep connection to the bone. And we have to know when not to listen, and when to listen, and when to put things into use, and when not to, and when to let ourselves discover, and when not to, right? Oh, here you are. One of you. And then all of a sudden something clicks. Could be that the solar eclipse gives you everything you need to know. Like, you just let yourself go this month. You put your questions in, you put your offerings in, and then along the way you find different nuggets, different synchronicities, different answers that you've needed to reconnect so wholeheartedly with this part of you that's so sure, that's so knowing. that any doubts that are in your ear are all you just realizing that either it's self-sabotage, it's not real, and that it's okay in some kind of way to be delusionally sure about something. Because it's more just like, if you think of any artists out there, if they weren't so sure of what they're doing, like especially abstract art, I love it, but like, how do you know when it's done? I don't do that. I don't do abstract art really. Maybe I should more. I guess writing is more abstract for me. Um, but it's such a beautiful thing because I even have a couple pieces. One I even created myself, but one, you know, and I love it. And it's you looking at yourself and looking, the lions show up in a couple different ways too. So Leo could be strong, but just another fixed sign. So you have cardinal and fixed energy, and we have some mutable energy, and it's all guiding you back to yourself in this very rich way that next month is like this beginning. The nodes are shifting. We have the final eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio. And you look at yourself and you're like, I know that I'm still becoming, and I love it. And I want this, and I can co-create this with myself. It's not just me. It's me and me. It's me and these people. It's me and my partner. It's me and, et cetera, et cetera. And then you get the choices. So anytime you get stuck on what am I doing this for? Where is this actually going? Come back to this place of it's okay to feel this way, and how can I channel it into my work? Advice, but also taking myself. All right, the wise Taurus, we will see you in your season. I'm so excited for this. Go with what you know. Ask for a sign. Maybe this is your sign. I love you.